Hello trader, welcome back to Forex Black Box, another weekly review video. Today is Friday, the 26th of June 2020. We are about 10 past 11 p.m. London time, 10 past 6 New York time p.m. So yeah, the market closed about an hour plus now, and I didn't do update video today because I normally do one on Friday for the next week possible trade. So anyways, I'm looking at weekly S&P 500 now, and just a view on the weekly. We see that we broke from here below the 20 moving average, retesting and come back strong momentum back to the 20 moving average again. And since then, we hugged the 20 moving average. So that's the weekly view, and basically that we come back to this level and we been rejected on the weekly view. So weekly view is different, guys. So that weekly view, it's better to look to start from here. Step one, look at weekly view, what looks like. Step two, go down to the momentum of daily, see where we are on the daily, what we're doing, and all the stuff. So what we see here on the weekly time frame, I did hide everything, so show you a quick picture what we are here, where we are. Um, Basically, from this level here, right there, we have a bounce, and we break through, retest to the moving average, and we'll continue down strong, coming back aggressively around the 20 moving average, and we come back, retest that breakout, we close it, and we pull back, and let's see what's happening here. So that looks very interesting pattern. We'll come back 1, 2, 3 weeks, and the first week we broke below 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Have a 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. We didn't really come up to this level, so in my opinion, I think that will go down from here, or it will continue back up to retest it one more time. Okay, so this level is quite important, and we closed the gap since the corona pandemic. However, we're still inside coronavirus zone, and that's why this gap, basically it's a gap. So we broke below it, we couldn't really close it here, and we'll continue down. Okay, I've been talking about that for a while since the pandemic started, and we're below the 20 moving average on the lower time frame and daily. Of course, I talked about this gap. There's a big gap here. We couldn't close it, but we close it on the way after we come back down, come back up, and now we're trying to break it again, but we couldn't. We test about, this is very interesting as well, pattern here. 1 week up, 1 week down, second week try to go back up again, it couldn't. The following week follow up, didn't really break below it or go break above it, so we're still inside candle. So let's see what's happening here. I think we're gonna see one more leg down here before we try to break higher. That will be sightable for the situation where we are now. Coronavirus, second wave probably is gonna push in, and that's when we're gonna see some momentum down to calculate further from the 20 moving average on weekly, then coming back up again to retest the 20 moving average. So the moving average 20, it's your key on the daily, weekly, and monthly. So if you go to the monthly, I mean, like, monthly is not really, well, monthly itself as well. You see that pushback, coming back up. What monthly showing here? Rejection, and will come back again down. So what monthly give me the picture of expression of rejection at this level? Will close below this high, that green candle. We couldn't really broke and close above it, and we broke below it. So what happened here is wave one, wave two, and wave three probably will come back down here. So wave three can be form of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then pullback and continuation down. That's the monthly view. It's a different. You're not gonna trade per month. For us, we trade on daily. The most closer time frame we're looking at 1 minute, all the way up to 1 day. If you want to decide what you're gonna do today, okay? So on the daily itself again here we go. This is a daily view now. You see that? We keep breaking higher. We'll break the previous swing. We broke the swing here. We'll come back, retest it. We'll try to push. It's very, very weak momentum. And as soon as we reach that target, this level here, we'll start to collapse down quickly below the 20 moving average and we'll start sneaking around the 20 moving average. So until we see breakout of this level, we could say, okay, buy. My buys will be long, but at the moment, I think it's going to go lower. It's going to break because of coronavirus. So you need to draw your levels. That level is an important level. And this has happened before, guys. This has happened before. If you go back in history, where's this level? There was one level I was watching before. Just a second. Um, we break about this level here. That's one thing I was looking for and swing down faster and come back down again. And basically what happened is we break above the swing high and we collapse below it. So the same thing actually can happen again. That's artificial intelligence trade in this market more than human being. So if we talk about this is the first swing, we'll come retesting it and probably we'll come back up again. Maybe we'll break above this level, then we'll start collapsing back down again. That could be the same story happening over and over and over in a bigger time frame, and you're gonna see it in a smaller time frame as well. So what we'll be looking for next week probably is gonna be some pullback here around these levels. Okay, trend line, draw it. We're inside the trend line now. Let's see what's happening. Maybe we're going up a little bit, come back down after that. So what happens is we're going to test again one more leg and we'll come back down again. Smaller trend line from the bigger one. Okay, so much to say about it, but I will move on quickly because I don't want to waste more time here. Also, don't forget the 3000 mark. It's been broken before and we test it again. We'll go below it and we hold above it. So, we close 3007 point. What's going to happen next week is going to be continuation of this momentum down. So far we did nice push up, come all the way up here to close the gap of this breakout. Is like we're still inside. I mean, like the whole year is going to be like this at the moment. This one is red, okay, no green. So we're still inside the year. So what happened is, you guys, we went all the way down and we crossed six. We're going to finish the month of June. We're going for July. What does it mean? We push down, come back up, probably going to push down again. Plus coronavirus, plus all these factors, you need to calculate all the facts and try to make your mind up. But for us, you and I, we trade in a low time frame and we'll see what makes sense here to us. And we trade it, breakout, go to the low time frame, and we trade it 1 hourly. See that rejection? Come retest it 1, 2, 3, and we broke below. That's your trade. Okay, come strong below this one. You exit at 20 moving average or below it. It's up to you if you want to stay in the trade. And here we go. We didn't see any momentum up above this close, and you can actually short it below this one. Here you go. There's so many ways, guys, to trade, but it's up to you really. You need to find the best strategy. You backtesting it, and you guarantee that it's going to work because you backtested. You feed it with quality percentage. So that's what you need to know. How much percentage is actually this strategy work? If 50% most of the time work, is a bad idea. You need to look for something between 60 to 70% strategy, giving you that edge. Without doing this, you will not succeed. You're gonna be making money and losing money, and at the end of the day, you're gonna break even. Okay, so you need to find a proper strategy because trust me, everyone trading have a strategy, and your job is to find the most popular strategy which has been occurring in a trend every single day, every single 5 minute. If it's a minute strategy, if it's a 5 minute strategy, if it's a 15-minute strategy, you know, you need to make sure that it does work. Okay, guys. What I was going to look for, let me go to the indexes quickly. Okay. So what I'm looking at here, guys, we're talking about, let's talk about pound first. Let's see, pound went up 20 moving average and come back strong momentum. We'll have 1, 2, 3 days and 1, 2 days come back all the way down, broke below it. So I think pound is very weak this week. I talked about it earlier this week. I said pound is going to be weaker. Probably going to test 20 moving average and we'll continue down momentum. I think we're going to see some small pullback and continue more lower. There's no any factor to push pound up. However, pound has been affected by strong dollar, strong yen, strong New Zealand, and that's what's making pound down. Plus, euro is down as well because of the strength of the dollar index. So what we're looking at here, dollar index guy, here we go. Look, breakout, swing high again, come back down, test double bottom, and we'll continue back up strong. See that strong momentum. We have 1, 2, and we'll be looking for 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's the thing. What's going to happen on dollar? What the factor on dollar is? We're above the 20 moving average. Check. Dollar index is strong. Check. Risk off in the play. Check because of coronavirus, of course. And we need to confirm all the bears against dollar if they are on the right place to trade. Check. Okay, that's why I make dollar strong, make yen strong because of risk off. Both of them above the 20 moving average, indicating that's with our strong momentum up. Okay. Aussie consolidate a little bit here. Cold feet. It doesn't want to go down yet, but I think it's going to work out very well with pound, especially pound and euro against Aussie. That will be the trade of the months. I mean, like, if that starts to collapse down quickly, we're going to see say bounce some sideways here because one of the pairs against it, it's going to be up momentum. Because if Aussie start to go down, we're going to see pound Aussie going back up really fast. Like you could make 300 bips every day, easy on it. So you can get in and out, in and out. You can double that as well. But you need to find your strategy. You need to look back in history how this bird does move. In certain time of the day, it does move faster, move faster. So like 11 o'clock now, it can move really well. And tomorrow, for example, every day, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. London time, it will move faster as well because that's when the stock open and the cash open up, and that's what will move the stock market. That's what I mean. That's mean Forex will move as well, but the majority of it will move Aussie, yen, dollar. That's the three will be moving very, very rapidly with the stock and future contract. Okay, so Aussie basically be rejected here. We break below this one. We're trying to close the gap. We couldn't really close the gap below this, or at least here we did actually touch it, but there's a gap from the breakout of the previous candle, and we hugging the moving average for now. What is happening? Because they're still not sure about coronavirus if it's gonna be strong momentum on the second wave or not, and that's why investors holding their position on the stock, and that's why we don't see really action yet. So if we know that everyone in the world know that coronavirus second wave can come strong, and that's why maybe they're trading. So what happens is the market is not going to go right away as soon as you know the news. Sometimes it takes time to achieve these goals. So you don't trade it yet until you see momentum start to building. Because what it's going to give you ultimately is going to give you a wave down, breakthrough, come back, pull back, and you will trade this only. This is called confirmation. Because the thing is, if you short it now, what happens if they push the market back up? Can you hold all of this? You can't. You're gonna lose. You only trade what you see, what not what you think. What you think is gonna be coronavirus is gonna be um, stock risk off sentiment, and if that is not pushing hard yet, but it started to push, but everyone knows that. That's why. So maybe they can hold for a while. Some people will give up until the big player will see that's not much people in the market at the moment, and they will hit hard. They will exit as soon as possible. Okay. Maybe some hedge fund that wanted to break even. What they're gonna do is just push one more leg up. What's the best for you to sell from here or to sell from here? So you need to be patient on this. Don't jump in the gun. Don't jump your gun. Save your ammo for the right momentum to jump in. Okay, the momentum is still not ready yet. Just stand by. Okay, CAD. As I talked about, that CAD is giving you this momentum I talked about last week. I'm looking for a second leg. It looks very interesting. ABC. I think it will be working out since we started breaking below last 3 days engulfed and quick bull back, panic of the exit long positions. then we'll start collapsing down. So I think that's going to continue down for leg 1, 2, 3. So remember that the bears is going down, CAD, pound, and Aussie started to lose momentum a little bit. So just mark your currency, then you go ahead and trade it wisely. So see which one is going down, which one is going up, and take the trade on this when it meets your requirement. Okay. Okay, guys. Swiss as well, shown some strengths as well because of risk on. See that Swiss try to get out of this trend line above the trend moving average. That's a check to go up. You can trade Swiss against pound, but remember pound can push back a little bit up. So Swiss and pound that could be just a holding ground a little bit. But you can trade pound against euro. Not very recommended, but you can just trade small amount. Don't go wild on it because it could go down because of the stock is risk off. And when this happen, dollar becomes strong and euro become weaker. So that's New Zealand as well. We see that top tab come back to 20 moving average and start sideways here. Maybe one more push up, so break even and continuation down. Okay, and let's just move on to the currency itself. Well, let me just go quickly to the news. So that's next week news, China news, manufacturer BMI. Let's see that how's gonna go. It's above 50. Just holding around. Let's see. CAD as well. Some news on CAD, GDP months and months, and the Fed chair will speak on Tuesday. So Monday there is no high impact, empty, and Friday is empty. Okay. I think it's yeah, non-farm payroll on Thursday. I don't think so. That will be the second. I'm not sure why it's not here. It's not showing here. That could be. I'm not sure really. I'm gonna have to check, guys. So yeah, they moved it on Thursday instead of Friday. That's something they do I think, once a year. So I think that's gonna, yeah. So non-farm payroll is gonna be on Thursday, not Friday, and that's what we're waiting for. I think dollar will show some sideways. They're gonna show you some momentum before actually Thursday. So go 3 days before the NFP. Okay, so be careful on that, guys. If you have any trade on dollar, I think it's gonna go down at this because if coronavirus starts to show up within this weekend, probably most of the investors will take action as soon as the market open, and from there we're gonna see some momentum down. It's gonna make dollar strong, but maybe it can pull back on Thursday. Right, let's jump into the currencies, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like and leave a comment. Appreciate your support and to keep the channel going. And thanks for everyone else joined already in the channel. Thanks for that. And now let's have a look on gold. Gold basically holding this level very well. If I talked about that, guys, remember I said that is a nice level here to retest and go, or the 20 moving average, whoever come first. From that move, ABC, nice completion. Let's see, maybe another flag. Maybe we're gonna do one flag here before we go more higher. If we go down to the weekly and hide everything away, so we can see a clear picture where we are on the weekly. Still trying to break higher from here. So maybe another leg down, another leg up, we will see. It's not very clear. We just broke the previous swing high here. We just broke it, but we didn't really go far from there. It's still holding. We have push down, a V formation, probably another cup and candle. Sorry, cup and handle. So we'll be looking for pullback for next couple of weeks maybe, and we'll push up higher. If S&P 500 open with a gap, probably gonna open higher gap. So 1800 is will be a good trigger. If you're already long and you come to the 1800, you exit your position. Recommended because it couldn't pull back from there. Because a lot of trader will exit at this level. Okay, back to the daily. Away from the 20 moving average, we consolidate here. We hold it well, and we expand higher on the 20 moving average. However, we're still above this breakout. We come back down, and we'll try to push higher from there. Let's see what's going to happen. If we have a gap, could be filled like last week and will continue back up. Okay, moving on to the next. Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin coming down. As I talked about this range, very clear. We have a trend line and we have a previous one. We tested here, we bounced, and we're trying to break below it. So remember that Bitcoin is running over the weekend. It doesn't close. I think it's 24/7. I don't see it close at all. There's no gaps over the weekend. So we're gonna see it before it's opening if you want to trade it. So we testing this trend line, the mini trend line and the major trend line already been tested, but we have a failure to break higher and we're coming back strong to retest that mini trend line inside there. So what that can go all the way down here, could pull back again, retest that trend line, will continue back down. Okay. The bias on Bitcoin is down. The reason being, dollar is strong and price action showing rejection at this level many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days here, 7, 8 days, and we couldn't really come retest the highs again, and we started losing momentum. You trade if you want to trade very well, you need to see momentum down, close, come back up, and you started losing the momentum. That's where you traded. If you want to short this from here now, it's up to you. But I think we're going to see one more test to this trend line. I have a 1, 2, 3. I have a failure here. I have a failure here, and that could possibly be a failure. But let's see what happened over the weekend. Maybe we can have like another big red candle down here, come back up, retest the breakout, and we will be continue down. Okay. Oil 61 Fibonacci looks like it's holding very well. Okay, 1, 2, test the 20 moving average, testing the trend line, and we bounced up, but the following day no follow up. So there's nothing following up to continue this momentum up. I don't see it happening. Basically, we'll come back to the opening of the previous day, and we're coming back down. Okay, let me just make this bigger. So what we see, slow momentum up, one day push down quickly, try to break higher, and the following day probably is going to break lower. So we see that double top coming back. I like to see breakout below it, breakout from here, close below it, come back, retest the 20 moving average, then we'll take it lower. At the ultimate, we're going to have, after that, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 bushes. We're looking for the first one, look for a second one, look for the third one. That could be waves coming to the 20 moving average and go bush lower. 20 moving average or bush lower. 20 moving average will be coming around like that. Okay, where is your target? Could be the 50 Fibonacci, about 34, or maybe below that one here. I think that's gonna go for this one, extended market, and I think this is where we're gonna land. Could happen quickly if coronavirus start to build up. And also we have this one here. Also we have this as well. So both of them giving you um, zone. So we have one here. Let's see. I'm gonna make this one greenish, so you see that it can go up from here. If that's true, then we'll be looking for Fibonacci. We can build the Fibonacci from this low to this high. Then we'll see where it meet. That's your homework. You should do that. I'm not going to do it here yet because I like to keep one Fibonacci only on a bigger time frame from the high to the low. Basically, we are inside this Fibonacci still, 60 Fibonacci, and we should continue down from there to the 38 here. If we come to 38, we'll maybe possibly going to see some bounce to the 60, sorry, the 86 or the 78, I believe. Okay, so at this moment, I'm not going to add another Fibonacci. I'm happy where it is now, and it should work well. Also, we see this indicator here, this momentum indicator, showing that possibly will go down. We're above the 50% of this momentum. The bottom of this one is aiming for this one. The high of this level is this high. If we start to lose momentum, come back to the 50%, and we still holding here, that could be diversion. But if we crash quickly to that level, then equal to this momentum down, that will be good indication that's where we are on the right tracks. So could bounce from here, then continue back down. If coronavirus pushed well, no, well, I mean, like if it's become critical and second wave is started building up like the first wave, then possibly you're gonna see oil coming back down to the lows again. It happened once in lifetime, so I don't think it's gonna go back down to zero. Don't dream about it. I think it's gonna be a lot of buyer waiting for it to come back even to $10 because they want to invest on it because maybe they missed the first investment. So I wouldn't recommend it to if you come down to zero to buy it again. I don't know. Maybe yeah. If I don't think it will come back down to zero again. Dollar index holding the 20 moving average as we talked. Get away from the 20 moving average, coming back retesting it. What we see, push, retesting the breakout, coming back up higher and retest it twice. And now we're looking for higher a little bit, one more leg up. One, two, three. I'm looking for it to test the 98. Very much possible next week before non-farm payroll. So probably come back, retest 20 moving average, and start building on the 20 moving average itself. So what that will do, that will make dollar strong and yen strong. Okay. Euro held a little bit here. Basically, we went A, B, C, come back, double top, inside, double top, and we're coming back down. We broke the 50% of this push up. Now we're retesting again. We basically have a breakout from here, the daily coming back, bull back, but of course it's Friday. There's no much of momentum. But I think that's going to continue one more leg down here to this level 11. So where did we go? We went to 11 first, and we're coming back retesting it. Now I don't see any hope for it to continue back up. It's just only above the 20 moving average, and that's equal to dollar index holding, and that's also equal to S&P 500 just wobbling around, but it doesn't really do a big move yet until they see hard data like coronavirus count start to build up over this weekend. Probably is going to be a lot of action on Sunday or Monday morning. Uh, Investors try to close their position, close their book, and they stay out of the market, getting cash. When this is happening, we're going to see euro coming back down because the dollar index will be up because dollar is the cash. Also, Aussie will be weaker. So I'm looking for one more leg down here, continuation of this momentum, a small pullback. We're going to see another leg down, at least 2 days equal to these days. From here to there, it will meet us point 11 and a half. Okay. Pound as well is just you can see that daily already broke this anchor on an index as well. Very strong momentum down. I talked about that first push momentum uh, 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 measure move equal measure move, and I'm looking for the third one. So probably around this level, that's where we're gonna go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy over this one. Oh, why is this like that? Oh, I'm doing something wrong. Hold on. Just get a new one. Just a little bit lower. So that we can actually go all the way down to 22. Around 22. That's where the breakout started. That's where the first big trade give you a chance to jump in the market, and it jumped all the way up, coming back strong. Probably come back all the way down here, then we'll start to see some bounce. So for me, I think that's where we're going to end up, and from there we will start to see some more bounce, one more momentum up. Okay. Um, Pound yen is strong. The reason being stock risk off. We see that top here coming back strong. One retracement and coming back down, another retracement. Probably gonna lose a little bit here. What I'm really looking for, that could be a shoulder, a head, probably some bounce. If bounce shows some momentum, then we will start to continue down. Could be head and shoulder, upside down. Come back, retest this level again one more time next couple of weeks. Then we will collapse from there. Also, it could be a button and start to getting smaller as well. You go measure move, another one start to getting smaller. So maybe that one will end up somewhere here, 130. And from 130, we will see some retracement back to that momentum from this high to this low around this level, 50%. Then we'll see what happened. If you want to retest the 50% over here, then we'll count again, resetting our count and say 1, 2, 3, probably will come back up again. But that's just in future. At the moment, we're still above the previous low. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days where we started, where we ended up. So we look like that. The candle weekly, it will be look like that. Let me have a look quickly. There you go. Even the weekly, strong momentum down. The second week coming down, retracement. Try to close the first gap. We couldn't hold it, and we break through down. So I think the following week probably going to continue one more leg down. Let's see how that's going to work. Okay, guys. I want to finish quickly. I think it's getting longer. OZ, of course, is as I said, is holding because the stock is not sure yet if whether or not coronavirus it will affect the market or not yet. So what we're looking at, let me just because I'm very interesting to this trade. I'm not in the market yet, but I believe that's when it started building here. So basically we went up, tested the moving average and come back down, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for head and shoulder. Okay, I'll break that trend line. If I put that trend line as well, let's see. Let's see what's going to happen here. We have 1, 2, and look for the third one to retest. Small pushback just near the trend line and we'll break through. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. And let me just copy this. Okay, could be also a flag, small flag inside here. That was a small flag for bears, but bears they couldn't really push lower. Yeah, break. It could actually fail to break lower and will continue down. From this level, it could be the whole thing is a failure. Double W, if you want to call it. And from the W, that's your trade. Okay. If you go to low time frame, I'm sure you find a lot of trades like I do, but I cannot go to the low time frame and keep explaining what I'm doing. Just to give you the overview picture and where we're going from here. And your homework is to find your business strategy and backtesting. And from there, you will find the best trade on low time frame, whatever time frame suit you. Okay. Bound New Zealand, we test this trend line and we come back all the way down. I see it pound is weak, of course, that's why we went all the way down. Could be just a second leg down, then we'll come back up again. If New Zealand started getting weaker, New Zealand, Aussie started getting weaker, that could pound and Aussie and New Zealand that can continue back up easy. I'm only talking about New Zealand. I can make 1,000 bips out of it, in and out, accordingly. Also, New Zealand as well could be double because New Zealand really move a lot. But make sure that you're on the right side. For example, from here to there, 250 bips. But on some days, it does move a lot. 300 bips, 2 days, 400, 5 days, 3 days, 500 bips. Easy. Come here. Look, guys. Touch it. Come below it. You could trade around this level and you hold it for a while. A, B, measure move equal measure move. Okay, and CAD. CAD is weak, but you see that pound CAD is just not showing any momentum. But what I see here, failure to break low, coming back up, this is the 50%, hold back down, coming back here, and let's see if it's going to hold or not. Okay, if it's not going to hold, then we will see momentum back up. If the stock going down, oil going down, CAD is going down, bound CAD will come back up, bound Aussie will come back up, and can give some bound momentum. So if more than 2 or 3 of the pairs currencies that are weaker and bound with the other 3 the strongest, bound will get bid in because the other side of the pairs is weaker, and that will give some strength to the bound. Okay. Okay, I think this is it, guys. Thanks very much, and you guys have a beautiful weekend. Relax and try to do your homework properly. Try to study, do some back testing and so on and so forth. Know your trade well. Try to tell the story of each pair. Make a profile for each of them. Write it down, what it does. Take each if the momentum. See what the weakness, where you can get in, where you can get out. Just study, live with it. You cannot do that overnight. It will take time. So try to spend more time, look back in history, and see how this reacting to the rest of the bears. Okay. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like and leave a comment. I will be appreciated. And I will try to do some more videos this weekend. A short video to how to trade on candlestick and type of candlestick, what is a candlestick is, and Fibonacci and other things. But I'll try to make one video for each, short and sweet, no more than 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Okay. Thanks very much, guys. Have a beautiful weekend. I will see you, talk to you next week. Thanks. Bye.